The grandma was sitting on a rocking chair, reminiscing about the joy of the celebration of Ganesha Chathurthi. Just then, she overheard her grandkids talking about Lord Ganesha's trunk. She smiled to herself and called them to sit with her. She said she would enlighten them with the symbolic teachings of Ganesha. And so, she started a story. My dear kids, every body part of Ganesha illuminates us with positivity, wisdom, and much more. The grandkids were surprised to hear it and said, "Oh, is it Grandma? We only know about how he got the elephant head, but we didn't know that every part of his body had a story." "Yes, children, listen to me carefully now," says Grandma, and she continues. Ganesha is a god of intellect and wisdom. He is considered the most knowledgeable deity. Whenever we rise with something related to intellect and judgments, we pray to our dear Lord Ganesha. The big elephant head symbolizes enlightenment, judgment, good fortune, and understanding. There is a tale that connects to these facts. Once, Lord Shiva and Parvati decided to take a playful test on Lord Ganesha and his brother, Lord Karthikeya. They declared whoever will first circumnavigate the whole world 3 times will get a magical fruit of knowledge. Lord Karthikeya, being the elder one, decided to rush. He took his vehicle, which is the peacock, and left to travel encompassing the world. Lord Ganesha, with his vahana, a rat, made his best decision, and instead of the earth, he circled Lord Shiva and Parvati, who were his idea of the world. Lord Shiva and goddess Parvati were pleased with Ganesha's wisdom and declared him the winner, and was blessed with the magical fruit of knowledge. He will always be viewed as the master of wisdom. Ganesha's large ears signify the power of listening and understanding more. It suggests us to listen to the things and upgrade ourselves accordingly. We learn and discover new information while listening. It suggests we listen more, but at the same time, take in only good vibes and strain out the negative ones. Ganesha's small mouth suggests us to speak less, good, and only when required. Our words can make a huge impact on somebody's life, so we should always think before speaking. Grandma, by the way, why is the tusk of Ganesha broken? Oh, yes, there's another beautiful story related to the broken tusk of Ganesha, said Grandma. Maharshi Ved Vyasa was commanded to record the epic Mahabharata. He desired it to be inscribed by the most learned one in the universe. Seeking permission from Lord Shiva, Ved Vyasa approached Ganesha. But Ganesha had one condition while reciting the verses. If Ved Vyasa paused for a while, Ganesha would have to stop writing, and Ved Vyasa would have to seek another writer. Meaning, he had to recite it in a single go without any break. Maharshi Ved Vyasa, from his side, kept another clause before the commencement of the book, that when he recited the hymns, Ganesha had to understand every word of the hymn and then write it. Maharshi Vedvyas thought of giving some really hard verses which Ganesha will take time to understand, and he will consume time to understand, and in turn, he will gain time to catch some break in between. But Ganesha started writing, and he didn't stop. He finished penning down the sacred hymns even before the sage had imagined the next. In the meantime, the pen he used for writing began to fade away. Aware of his earlier condition, and not finding any other choice, the Lord pulled out his left tusk and used it to finish writing the famous epic, Mahabharata. From this incident, he seized the name of Ekadantha. Ganesha's willingness to break his own tusk to complete his divine duty showcases the importance of sacrifice in the pursuit of knowledge and truth. It teaches us that sometimes, in the face of challenges and obstacles, we must be ready to make personal sacrifices for the greater good. It also conveys the idea that imperfections are a part of life, and they need not hinder one's ability to fulfill their divine duties. Ganesha's resourcefulness in using the broken tusk as a writing tool emphasizes the importance of adaptability and finding creative solutions when faced with obstacles. It teaches us to make the best of the resources available to us. Ganesha's long trunk defines that we should always be focused on the future and how to increase our adaptability for the coming situations. Just like the trunk of the Lord can be moved in any direction, We should be able to get evidence from all directions to detect opportunities, possibilities, and dangers. Life is full of ups and downs. Sometimes we adjust to them peacefully, and sometimes we get into a lot of mental distress to overcome it. Ganesha's big belly signifies he absorbs the pain and suffering of his devotees, granting them relief and solace in their times of need. Ganesha's small eyes symbolize being focused and concentrating on a particular goal. His small eyes show that a person should study every situation intensely and should take judgment accordingly. Such a person will never get cheated, and the decisions he makes will be correct. Ganesha's huge body heightens the task of the feet to balance and stabilize the body in any situation. In our fast-paced lives, we need to be mentally and emotionally stable, sensible, realistic, and modest. His tiny feet indicate us to be stable in all circumstances. Ganesha's 4 hands resemble the grace of giving and taking. When we give something to someone, it should not only contain our love but also our attention. When we receive something, not only our hand but our heart should also be thankful for it. The right hand at the back holds the ankusha or whip. It is used symbolically to drive mankind forward on the path of self-realization. Ankush symbolizes the need for the control of desires. The left hand at the back holds a pasha or rope. It is used symbolically to indicate that Ganesha removes our evil behavior and helps us generate good behavior. It also indicates that he removes diseases and illusions. According to Puranas, Ganesha had killed the demon, Gajamukasura, using the pasha, and as per his request, Ganesha turned him into his divine vehicle, Mushika, a form of rat. The small rat suggests us to believe in small things in life. He instructs us to leave aside the limitations of our big egos and go on the right path. The pasha could also mean that one has to seize opportunities that are helpful to our benefit. The modak on one hand implies the love we hold when we give or take something, and finally, the right hand is raised to bless. As Lord Ganesha's story unfolded, the grandkids were even happier about Lord Ganesha. It became clear that each aspect of his body and the symbols associated with them hold profound significance. Ganesha's story concluded with a beautiful revelation of the symbolic representations of his body parts, showcasing the wisdom and depth of his existence.